So what is QHHT? Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique is one of the other modalities that I do here in Halo Therapies, and it was originally brought about by a lady called Dolores Cannon. And anyone out there who has is on their spiritual journey and is awakened has, I'm sure, come across a Dolores Cannon somewhere, whether social media, through books, or through somebody talking about it. So Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique is a technique of hypnosis that is a very powerful regression. So we regress you back to an experience that may have happened in this lifetime experience, in your life now, or another lifetime. So when you believe it or not, I do believe in reincarnation, that we've been here many lifetimes, because I'm doing this technique so long now. I cannot, it's validated for me all of the time, so I cannot not believe it. And the quantum healing hypnosis technique is a regression technique that is a very powerful technique, because we're able to not only regress you to the past lives, but we're also able to contact your higher self, your subconscious, your oversoul, that has different names for it, the subconscious part of the mind that is very awake and active in a QHHT session. And when we activate and awaken that part of you when you're in the trance state of Theta or somnambulistic, we are able to access lots of information about your experiences that you're going through now in this lifetime experience, as well as other lifetime experiences, as well as sometimes giving you some information about your future lives. So it's a very powerful session. Regression, there is other forms of hypnosis where you can regress people back, but they regress you back to a past life experience, and we go to the spirit side, we go to the death scene, we go to the spirit side, and then we get to see who comes to greet you on the spirit side. But with QHHT, we're able to actually access the higher self, or the oversoul, or the subconscious, and we're able to ask the higher self questions. So you would come for a session, you would bring a set of life questions about your life in general. What's your purpose, why you're here, why you're going through these trials and traumas, all of this. Any questions you would like to be asked. If you were literally sitting in front of God, what would you say? Why did this happen to me? Why did I go through this experience? Why am I having this experience? Why this partner? Why that friend? Why that child? Why the sickness? So you can literally ask it anything. And then you also would have your health questions, or your physical body questions. So if there's anything going on within your body, you can also ask it about your body. And we do a very powerful technique in it, which is the body scan. And the higher self will scan the body back and forth from the top of the head down to the toes, and pick up where there is energy that is stagnant energy in your body that you may not even know. So it's a very, very powerful technique that I do here in Airside in Halo Therapies. And I am also use sometimes my other modalities of healing, but I use them after I am doing the QHHT. If I feel like this the energy is still in the room or over the body, I will do a little bit of energy work to clear it in the space afterwards. And it's a session that is normally 3 to 5 hours. Sometimes it goes a little bit longer if I feel like you might be a bit more logical brained, or you're a little bit you won't let go, or you won't let the ego out of the way. And the ego is very powerful in our lives, because it keeps us safe, it keeps us from jumping off cliffs, it keeps us in our the part of us that is courageous, telling people to back off. It keeps us from going into experiences in our lives that may be tough. So the ego will always try and keep you safe in that way, so it doesn't want you to go and delve deep into your shadow self, or the trials and traumas that you may have buried. So the ego sometimes gets involved a little bit, will try to push its way in and try to derail the session. That sometimes happens in it, but a good practitioner is able to allow the ego to be present, because it's part of us. It's a nice part of us. We allow the ego to sit in the back, like in a backpack on your back, and be present, and not leaving the ego out of the session. So sometimes that might be a little bit of a longer session, and that's okay. Most of the clients that are coming here to me, I have a lot of Reiki clients who come to me every day, every week, who are going back in regression in a 1 hour session for Reiki. It's not QHHT, because QHHT is a technique that has to be done in a certain way. It's a regression, so it can bring you straight back to a specific lifetime, a very pinpointed lifetime, to where something has going on with you right now that's linked to a past life experience where something may have happened before. And I'll give you an example of that. I had a client who came to me who had gone through an experience of a breakup. She came to me for emotional healing because her heart was broken, and she was only on the bed 5 minutes, and I was able to regress her back. The first words out of her mouth was, "I see an Apache," and I knew that she was in a past life experience. And because of my practice of being a Qhht practitioner and knowing how to guide her in and guide her out, I was able to question her of where she was, who she was in that past life, and able to link the two lives and why she was going through the experience now, because it was linked to the experience of the Apache life that she was in, that she was married to the same boyfriend in this lifetime who broke up with her. So they pinpointed that lifetime where she was married to him in that lifetime and she lost him because he was killed, and in this lifetime she was just dating him and he broke up with her, so broke her heart. So two different perspectives of loss. So every time we come in, the human experience is that we got to learn different perspectives of different trials and traumas. Love is not only just love, it's unconditional love, it's loss of love. Again, loss is experience of physically losing somebody because of a death, or losing somebody because they don't want to be with you anymore. So there's all different perspectives of different experience that we're coming in here to learn from, and every single experience is a learning experience, and that's why we come here. The human experience is to learn, to be better, learn to go through trials and traumas and say, I've done that, close that door on that, and be a better enlightened being. So the Qhht session is a very powerful session. I've done a few this week. I have normally do it through my Reiki sessions where I regress people, and it's real quick in and out, but I've done a few this week, and I just wanted to jump on because I forgot I haven't actually jumped on to talk about Qhht before. So Qhht, quantum healing hypnosis technique. You'd come to me for 3 to 5 hours. It's where I can guide you back to a past life experience, where I can do the body scan, and where we can also access the higher self and ask your higher self questions. As if you had God in front of you, what would you ask about your life and about your body? So a very, very powerful session, and I thank every day and so grateful for Dolores Cannon, who was the pioneer of that technique, who originally was a hypnotherapist helping her husband out, and then went down the road to make it a quicker technique, a real easy technique that gets people in the induction at the start in about 12 minutes to your Theta or somnambulistic state, which is where all of the lovely juicy information is. And I'm so grateful for the technique. I love it. I've had it done 9 times myself, and I've had, since 2014, hundreds and hundreds of people have been here. So it's something, if you're interested in going that one step further, you can go online and book into the scheduler, and that will ask for you to pay €100 deposit, and then your balance is paid on the day, and you go home with a little MP3. I keep saying a tape, as for people to remember what a tape is, but a little MP3 of your session, and you will have that as a recording of what happened on the day that you're with me. So if you're interested, it's on the website Qhht. And otherwise, hope you have a great weekend. Namaste.